Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks for you from Monday Night Football. It is the Cowboys and the Cardinals. Looks like Brissett will get the start. Murray, still questionable whether or not he'll be the backup in this game with that knee situation. Picks from the NBA, a 9-game card. We welcome college basketball, start of college basketball here on Monday. So Monster Card Monday. We'll have here for just to kick it off. Two marquee matchups as well from Vegas there. Looking forward to that. NHL on the board as well. Then our Parlay Purple segment. So guys, make sure you right away you give us that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience there. If you do that, let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Let's hit a Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much, Tony. Continue rolling along. One of those little bit of a rough day. 3-5 day. Hit my best bet. It's tough. I just been hitting the best bet. We've hit 5 straight now with the best bet of the day, but continue to have these little losing days where you go 3-5, 3-4, keep hitting the best bet. So just not changing things up. Just continue to roll along. A couple that got me. I figured the Giants would show up yesterday, and they didn't show up. Just one of those. I had the Flyers in the back-to-back spot. I just, me, I don't like Calgary, so I'm going to fade Calgary every time I can get chance to fade Calgary. Got me there in that one, but hey, new week, college basketball's back. I'm excited for it. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it indeed. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Oh, not much. 0-3 day there yesterday. Had the Giants. Got an early line on the Lions, and they didn't come through with that. So that was kind of drop both of those, and then ended up dropping the Bulls yesterday. I was riding them for a while there. They were looking pretty good, so dropped them yesterday. They ended up losing that one, but not bad otherwise. Pretty good Saturday. So just ready to get to it.
Let's get to it indeed. Sean, what's going on?
Crap day yesterday. This is a bad weekend of college. I'm last 2 weeks not good for me. Lost. The worst is losing with like my early numbers. I mean, it's one thing losing a game. All right, team doesn't cover, bad play. At 2.5 with New England. I mean, come on. 7.5 with the Lions and Chargers. It's frustrating. I got this. I was looking at lines that side. I was like, let's take the Chiefs. Or let's take the Lions. They're off a loss. Revenge for last year against Washington. They look like crap. So I got I think Detroit plus points last night, right? Or Detroit -3. I'm sure they're going to lose outright now as 10-point favorites. Like that is how my early look at line numbers have gone for me in NFL. This is terrible. It's that's.
But he doesn't. The QB's elbow looking pointing in the other direction, like he's like, go left. Wait, my arm says go right. It's like, no.
I still was late in the game, and even before it got hurt, I'm like, man, they're down like 38-7. Why do you have them in here? Like you're down 40 points.
To get him,
and the guy was already hurt.
He's
been already hurt this year. Why you got him in the game?
To get him to work.
Stop betting
him better. That's all it is.
John, I got a -2.5, and it goes off at 5.5, and a 7.5 that goes off at 10, 11. What are you talking about? I mean, the week before, favorites went 12-2. I'm sure you were saying what a great week you had when the favorites went 12-2. I mean,
I didn't. That's why I've been getting my ass handed to me.
I had Cincinnati -125 last week. They went off as a 6-point favorite. I had them on the money line at a pick 'em, and I lost. I mean, that's not been a heavy favorite.
No, I get it. It's just Sometimes them favorites come in and they're just like, you can see the guy it's the Twitter cap over there. It's 14-0. He's like, yeah, look at me.
Yeah, but on his other account, he's 0-14.
But his other account is 0-14.
Yeah, these guys have multiple accounts, and they just fool the public there.
That's just, I mean, for me, that's the worst. You just because I like my early. I'm an early guy. So
I'm a JJ guy. So they put him in. I got all excited about Minnesota. I'm like, yeah, and then the line just it went way out of hand. I'm sorry, I was on Minnesota. At 9.5, I had to.
You're thinking I'm taking a 7.5. I got a good number, right? Because as much as Detroit had a bye week, they had a bye week too. Basically, they played Thursday. Embarrassed. It's a good spot. You're getting 7.5 worth it. And then it goes up. You're thinking like, oh man, look at this, terrible.
I still would have taken Minnesota 7.5. I like JJ. It's just
well,
one of
yes.
those division
You
games.
okay, I'm not a JK fan, but what I'm saying is, would you rather have a 7.5 or a 9.5 in the long run? What number is going to get you there? Over 100?
Of course, I would rather have a 9.5. But if that was the line that was there, I would still take over a touchdown with the Vikings because I like JJ. He's king game manager, man. Look what he did with Michigan. King game manager. They didn't ask him to throw for 400 yards.
Yeah,
they didn't ask him to go running down the field at Mach 2. They just asked him to hand the ball off, make the nice little dunk pass, hit your receiver, and that's all he does. He comes in, and that's what he did. Handed it to Jefferson, and Jefferson was like, so,
although I did have him, because I was like, all right, I like them to beat the Bears. I thought he was a better coach, but I've been anti-McCarthy. Like, you got rid of a guy who threw 40 touchdown passes last year for a kid who hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL. And then you benched him. I mean, remember you benched him? I mean,
yeah.
And he wasn't hurt.
That's because the general manager, right? You can't, that's the issue that's the difference between college football and NFL, right? In the NFL, you got to take care of the general manager. Don't make him look like an idiot. Oh yeah, we're not going to play your guy. He's no good. What do you say that? How did I look when you do that? It's only Pete Carroll can get away with stuff like that back in the day in Seattle. That's those things in Belichick. Of course, just some news here. Raiola, the Nebraska quarterback, out here for the foreseeable future, and we're still waiting the word on Jaden Daniels. What the word is from him? It looks bad there. So,
why would you bring him back anyway? The team's not good this year.
Yep. I mean, that's it's kind of I think what happens in playoff football, you play them to the end. In regular season football, you take them out. I just think also too, I think some of these coaches are afraid to hurt their feelings. These players want to compete. They don't want to be taken out. It's just basically it's kind of like it's almost to the point where, okay, I'm the guy you're blaming. I'm the reason for this. So I'm going to, I'm coaching. I'm taking them out. I think coaches need to communicate with their starters a little better. Say, look, if I take you out of a game, that's because I think you suck. I think it's because I want to protect you. I think they got to communicate that. I think it's just coaches are just a little insecure sometimes. Like, what's he going to think about me if I take him out? It's going to make him look bad. Belichick didn't care. I seen Belichick bench Brady, bring in the backup, and the backup sucked. Then he benched the backup and put Brady back in the game. I've seen that happen several times. Forget about their feelings, man. But that's just the difference with a communicator like Belichick. I mean, you're starting to see the improvement in that team too when you watch what's going on over there.
I got to address Mr. Weskers. I'll keep cashing with the public undermining McCarthy and Bo Nix. The Broncos are 4-4, so you've lost. You've lost betting the Broncos all season. You've lost betting them. I don't know. I don't think caught up to them. The Broncos are 4-4 ATS, and Bo Nix has started every game. So you're a loser if you bet the Broncos. And same with the Vikings. But I got to break down how they are ATS wise. I know they with him quarterbacking, right? So what would they be? Bo Nix he took the win in Chicago, took the loss in Atlanta. Then he came back. So he's what, 2-1? Because he missed the Cincy game, he missed the Pittsburgh game against Cleveland. That was all Wentz. Did he lose last week, McCarthy versus the Eagles? Right?
Wentz was in there against the Chargers.
Wentz.
Yeah.
Well, all right, so that was all Wentz. All right, so Wentz played what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So Wentz played what? 5 games? So JJ McCarthy is 2-1 as a quarterback, and the other guy's 4-4. So you're basically even with the Vig. Come on, man. You can't come out and say you can't come and make a comment that you're winning and that's a break-even bet. Come on, Mr. Westbrook. I'm not picking on Mr. Westbrook. He just put it up there. Other people have said stuff like that too. Like,
yeah, okay, day 1-1, 2-2. That's just juicing out, or even the juice to catch us up to over time. So you want to check. Yeah. He has got his bet slips. There you go. All right, I went yesterday 2-2 yesterday. Did a best bet again with I took Seattle with the rest advantage. You had a team with the rest advantage against Washington coming off a short week. I think that was a good spot to take Seattle. So I was on the Seahawks. I don't think they're as good as they looked because of the fact of the spot. So maybe they might be overvalued next week. We'll see what the Seattle line looks like because they had an ideal spot coming in that game yesterday there against Washington. All right, so let's get to the games, guys. We'll start
straight
here
on the road. Give it to Seattle.
Yeah.
They won 10 straight on the road, man. When they see the home team, that the home team dominance for Seattle, but now 10 straight road winners. Crazy.
Yeah, this team is Seattle's for real. They look like they've got their act together with the coaching change, and the second year on the job looks pretty good. So I got to
I
give
was downer on Darnold. So, hey, I'll give it to him. Shout out Seattle with Darnold in there. I'm surprised. So, okay.
But it was just that red zone that we saw in the last game of the season and the playoff game where everybody just soured on him. They just said, forget the season-long numbers. Those last two games, it looked terrible.
Washington injuries fumbled the season. I don't know about fumbled the season. You get injuries. It happens. Welcome to NFL. Stay healthy.
Yeah, Mariota's got to step up a little bit. This guy is a pretty well-paid backup. He's got to pay to his contract here.
Well, we'll see. He has to actually earn his dollar now instead of just warming the bench seat.
He can't be a Chase McDaniel, right? 11 years in the NFL, probably only took 2 snaps or something like that. Look at Chase McDaniel's. Look at his career earnings and look at how many snaps he took in the NFL. Didn't do anything. Hardly played. and then when he retired. That was a great get. I mean, he was making a lot of money as a backup. Backups make a couple mil, $2 to $5 million a year.
Oh yeah,
he was cashing pretty good.
Yeah.
His pressure games were preseason. That was it. And once the preseason, my season's over after the preseason.
After the preseason, let's go.
Daniel. Cardinals and Cowboys here. We're seeing 3.5 start to pop up now. We're seeing 3 with heavy juice. So money coming on the Cowboys. If you want the 3, you better hurry up and get it. The total, or if you like the hook, look for the hook. If you like the dog here, total 53.5. We started off here with Rod.
Yeah, this total, everybody's I don't know, and you're just looking at the Dallas defense. That's why this total is just like, woo, there it goes. It was at 47.5 was where it opened up. This thing skyrocketed almost a touchdown. It's up to 53.5 and probably still going to rise again. People jumping the over in this game. Not this guy. I'll take the under here. This total's gone way too far now. You look at what these two teams do head to head. 5-2 to the under in the last 7 meetings head to head. The problem is who's going to score on Arizona. Their run game's awful. Brissett's going to have to use his arm to try to throw this ball down the field. Sure, it's a bad Dallas defense, but I'm telling you, against this Arizona team that's beat up, dealing with injuries, 0 running game whatsoever here in this one. It's going to make Dallas defense look like they're better than what they really are. I'm taking the under in this game. I would lean to Dallas early, first half type of thing. I think they come out and hammer down right out from the start. But this being a track meet, I don't think so. I don't think Arizona's going to be able to keep up scoring. I think the Dallas defense does enough here to slow them down, especially with Brissett at the helm. Give me the under.
There with Rob. Move on over to Chris.
Well, I was going the other way, which is whatever. I'm taking the over there. I think Dallas does it all pretty much, I guess, and Arizona can contribute. I did see something. I don't know if it was confirmed that Dallas just got Max Crosby. I don't know if we confirmed that news or not. He's one of my favorite. Yeah, Max Crosby defense. He's got probably the best tattoos in the NFL.
I know, right?
But and I don't think he has any space for me. But to put anything on him.
But Turley, remember Turley?
Yeah. But yeah, I was going to go with the over. I think because Arizona is banged up. Dallas should be able to kind of do whatever they want to them. But figure they can contribute a couple things. Jalen Tolbert maybe might be able to do something. We'll see what he does on the Arizona side. But I was taking it over on that just to lean. I didn't have anything on the total there as far as a premium or anything like that. So
there we go with Chris. On over to Sean.
I agree with the low scoring Rod there, right? Everybody's going to think it's going to be a high scoring kind of game. But Arizona, I don't know. Brissett. I took Dallas here just because at home they're scoring 40 a game.
Yeah.
They're scoring 40 a game. Yeah. Whatever. The defense gives up points. That's fine. But let's look at the Dallas offense. They scored, 40 on the Giants, 40 on Green Bay, 44 on Washington. This is just a 40 spot out the door every single time they play. Maybe the safe bet would be a team total over for Dallas. I mean, what's that in the third? What's that got to be in the 30s probably? I didn't even look at it. I'm thinking to myself.
I haven't got that high. That would be a high team total, right?
But that would make sense right? On the total of the game.
Well, it's 53. It's 53, and Dallas is only a 3-point favorite, right?
28.5.
28.5. You're telling me Dallas can't score? Dallas has scored 30 by accident in their games this year.
No, that's what it is. 28-25, right? That's what that's
That's
53.
I got to do a team total over. I'm going to put that in right now. You're going to talk. I'm going to go to a site. Let's go.
All right.
28 and a half.
Here we go with Sean.
Just so you know, I'm not going to be the guy that lost to burst the bubble, but I'm telling you, the last time Dallas has scored 28 points against Arizona once in the last 10 meetings.
Yes. But if you look at the matchups, I mean, it's going back a couple of years. Like one day, Andy Dalton was quarterback in one of those games. And
I'm looking at Arizona, what they've given up all year.
Dallas had a lot of quarterback injuries. Yeah, they did have a lot of quarterback. Cooper Rush.
that quarterback, it was 25. The last two was, again, 2023, 2022, 2020. That's
Arizona's
different.
only given up over 28 points once this season, and that was to the Colts. So tread lightly on your team total. I'm just telling you. Just warning you.
I'm not treading lightly.
Arizona's pretty. Arizona's an underrated.
He's going off the high dive. Sean's going off the high dive.
I'm jumping in the no diving.
He's jumping in. He's gonna. No, he's going
Find
to dive.
Extendo then. Find the over 31.5 or something.
He's going off the high dive in 5 feet and 3 feet of water.
It's like, no diving in here. I'm cannonballing in next to the kid in the little with the little swimmies on his arm.
And the mommy holding, and mommy, like when you that, you're gonna get that look from the mommy.
He's got the floating
There's
around the
midsection. The mommy's gonna give you that look. Sean's that kid that used to jump in do cannonballs in the shallow area with the kids and the moms.
My one joint has it at 29.
29? Yeah. See?
All right, there with Sean. Yeah, I'm going to just lay it with the Cowboys. It's just pretty much piggybacking with Sean and said that the Cowboys just putting up a lot of points. You put 40 in the Packers defense. That's pretty impressive. They did pound the Commanders there at home. That I like to see. The Cardinals
the only team they didn't score on were the Bears, and they lost CeeDee Lamb that game.
Yeah.
I mean, and you want to throw out, I want to throw out week 1 against the Eagles because that game was 44 at the half, and then nobody scored in the second half. That was a fluke. That was on its way to being a 44-40 game.
Yeah, but let's look at the home. So it's the Cowboys at home against losing teams the past 3+ seasons. 5-1 of the spread against losing teams at home. So I'll take the Cowboys there in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Turn our attention over to this NBA card. We've got a 9-card slate tonight here from the NBA. So we'll just do a 5 and a 4 block here. We'll start here. Bucks and Pacers. The Bucks on the road laying 6, total 235. Timberwolves and the Nets. We got Minnesota 9 at total 227. Wizards and Knicks. It's the Knicks 12.5, total 234.5. Jazz and Celtics. It's the Celtics here laying 10.5, total 232.5. Then we'll end the block with Pistons Grizzlies. We got Pistons 4.5 on the road, total 236.5. We'll take a look at the injury report in some of these games here. Giannis probable, Porter out for the Bucks. For the Pacers, Jones, Mathurin, McConnell, Nembhard, Obi Toppin out. Dennis is questionable. Furphy is probable. T-Wolves and the Nets, just Anthony Edwards continues to be out. On the Nets side, Highsmith, Wolf out. Powell will be questionable. Utah and Boston here. Collier, Kessler, Niang are out. For Boston, Tatum is still out. They haven't ruled him out for the year. He's going to still show up on the injury report. Until they rule him out for the year, some of these guys are still going to stay on the report. Middleton, questionable for Washington. Robinson, questionable for the Knicks. And we got Detroit, Memphis in this block. It's Ivy, Sasser out. Harris, questionable on the Memphis side. Clark, Edey, Jerome, Pippen. I showing Morant out. I thought he sat out of suspension last game. There. So, yeah, he was suspended for Sunday. I don't think they've updated my list here, but keep an eye on the Morant status there. So we'll start here with Rod.
That was just they couldn't let him into Canada, so he couldn't come up and play for the Raptors. They were like, nope. They denied him at the border. That's exactly what happened. Oh, we'll just suspend him for a game. That's a tough travel spot for Memphis in that matchup. So I would lean the other side of that one. Real tough spot for Memphis. I'm telling you, the travel. So I would lean to the Pistons.
You're right about that travel because even Dave Roberts of the Dodgers complained about it. They were getting hassled when they were going to Canada. Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
He had to apologize. Apologize. I thought you were just making that up, being funny, but no,
yeah, no, I'm telling you, we have no problem. We have no problem. Oh, you're American? Okay, here you have to go over here to the secondary area over here. We have a metal detector for you. We got someone with a wand, and if hey, we find something else, we'll move you over here into the room for the pat down check. So this is what it is. Welcome to Canada. Don't want to get into the politics of it, but I'm not kidding when I do that. I'm telling you. I wasn't joking. You ever thought
I thought it was funny because I thought it was funny, and I said, "Wait, no." And then Roberts was complaining about being hassled at the border when they went back into Canada. So,
yeah,
this is Rod is right.
We have no problem holding you up a little bit at the border. We'll get you off right when rush hour is about to go. We have no problem doing that. So did they hold them up leaving? No, I think they let the Memphis get out, but still tough travel spot. You're dealing with some drama with Morant on the court, so I'll take the Pistons there, lay the points there in that matchup. I like the over between the Bucks and the Pacers. You look at the Bucks, what are they, 5-1 to start the year? The over, just plenty of offense, no defensive play. Pacers dealing with injuries, so you get other guys up and backup roles. They're trying to shine when they get their opportunity. 235.5. I like the over in that one. And Boston laying 10. I don't know, but can you trust Utah? Second half of back-to-back. Utah looked awful yesterday. Pass. I can't do it. I can't lay 10 with Boston. And now I would love to lay 10 with Boston because Utah on the back-to-back. It's just no. I got past on that one.
There you go. I just want to remind. The mob was running the poker games in that scandal. They weren't involved in any other than just running the poker games in New York. That's all they were doing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if some people, they like to Chauncey Billups was with no mob members. That thing was a privately run game. The mob was running. What they do in New York is they run those illegal poker games. That's all they were doing. And I think they were on the up and up, but they like to mesh everybody into that they're all together. That's a totally different scenario there. With the poker playing and the issue there with the shaving, or with the information getting out. So just to clarify that, because I know they like to tell the public they think these NBA guys are with the mob. They're not. He had no interaction with mob people. Just so you know. On over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Timberwolves. I know it's 8.5, but I think the Nets are just full blown tank mode. I think that's just what they do. So yeah, we'll take the Timberwolves lean there on the point spread. Definitely, I'll take the over with the Bucks and the Pacers, like Rod said. I think that's a good play there. I think we get up and down on that one. I'm going to take a 12.5. I've got 12.5 with the Wizards, Knicks on the back-to-back there. I just lean Wizards. And then it was going to be a premium. I didn't get lines last night, so I didn't get to put it in. But I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm going to take the Pistons over my Grizzlies. Morant should be suspended for more than one game, kind of over him. They need to ship him to Washington or somewhere. Let them deal with it. He's still one of my favorite players, but I'm over his drama. Like he's just, I had to turn off the game the other night. That was absolutely terrible to watch him just not care. Because when he's on, he's electric and he's one of the best that's out there. And so give me the Pistons to come in there. The Grizzlies coming back there. Give me the over too. I think the Pistons could run it up there. We're in Memphis, is what we do. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of over John Morant, ready for him to go.
Here we go with. Let's move on over to Shy. Anything in this block NBA?
So you know what? I didn't look at NBA. Sorry, no NBA.
Right.
Come on. There's 9 million. I'm still looking at college basketball right now. In college football, I just took Texas A&M minus 6.5 in football for those interested.
There you go. Look at the over or early ones. Yeah, I'm going to look at the over here with Minnesota and Brooklyn. As we know, Brooklyn's on the tank like they did last year. They want their starters to pad up stats so they can trade them and get draft picks. That's why it doesn't look so obvious, right? They don't look a little obvious when you traded Mikal Bridges for draft picks to start the season. That was a little too obvious there. Now you gotta like let the season play out a little bit and tank that way by just padding stats and not there. This is some of the worst defense I've ever seen in the NBA that Brooklyn Nets is playing right now. I mean, this is absolutely they're giving up 124 points per 100 possessions. We're just starting the season. You can't play defense, and you're giving up here 52% shooting. 45% from the 3-point line. That is just absolutely atrocious there. I mean, totally atrocious numbers. So, yeah, I can only look here at the over in that game. Jazz and the Celtics. I can't look at the Jazz in this spot. It is a back-to-back here for Utah. I'll look at Boston in that spot. In that one, I like the Wizards here plus the points. They are in a rest advantage, but they've shown some life after after getting blown out by 20 or greater points. Or 4-1 of the spread on the road. I think it's a little too many points to lay with them. Delay with New York, so I'll look at Washington here in that plus spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Continuing on with the next games here on the board, and they will be Mavericks and Rockets. Here we got the Rockets here laying 12.5 total, sits 224.5. Kings and Nuggets. It is the Nuggets 11.5 total, 235.5. Lakers and Blazers here. It is the Blazers 3 total, 236. Heat and Clippers. It is the Clippers laying 8 total, 226.5. And we get it underway here with Rod.
Yeah, definitely not my favorite slate to roll in here. I would lean to the Clippers at home and see what they do at home. But 8.5 is pretty big against a Heat team. I think the Clippers, they win by 10 plus there in that one. I think they are the better squad. We know what they do at home. 3-0 at home. I know they're only 1-2 against the number, but here against this Heat squad dealing with some injuries there, I like the Clippers by 10 plus. And then the other one I like the over here, Sacramento, Denver. I'll take the over in the first half. I think we see plenty of offense between these two in the first half. I got it at 120. I even like the full game over. So first half over, full game over, 235. No defense played between Sacramento and Denver. We know what Denver does at home. Just run and gun. Up and down the floor they go. Give me the over there in that one. And then looking at Lakers, second and a half of the back-to-back. I'd have to lean Portland at home here. 3-0 ATS-wise. Portland's looking pretty good to start the year. So take advantage of the Lakers on the back-to-back. That's why they're favorite. I'd lead Portland -3.
Yeah, with Rod, we move on right over to Chris.
Yeah, I'll take the 3.5 with Portland there. Also going to take the over. I think we see some up and down. Portland's pretty scrappy. Give me the over 226.5 with the Miami and Clippers. I think we get up and over that total as well. I know Miami's on the back-to-back here, but I think we get up and over that. Leaving that Kings-Nuggets game alone. I'm just not a fan of this Kings team this year at all. They're just terrible. And then Dallas-Houston. I think Houston puts it on Dallas. It's a big number, 12.5. Lean to Houston taking care of it at home and laying and covering the points.
There with Chris. Tell you what I like to hear about some of these games. Yeah, I'm going to take Portland. I don't know Portland. I don't know what they did, but a third rest advantage spot in 6 games. Right? They had rest advantage with the Lakers the first time they played them. They had rest advantage against the Warriors, and again against the Lakers they have rest advantage. Right? Lakers on the back-to-back. Portland with rest here. So again, it's been ideal scheduling. So I'm just going to take them with rest advantage. They have won the 2 games with rest advantage. They beat the Lakers by 14. They beat the Warriors by 20. Lakers on the road not making their threes, but they're giving up 40% from beyond the arc. They're looking at the injury. I forgot to go with the injuries here in this block here. Dallas and Houston. It's Davis out, Exum, Irving, and Lively out for Dallas. Finney-Smith and Van Fleet out for Houston. Smith here questionable. On the Sacramento-Denver game, it's Monk, Murray, and then you got Carter, Levine, Schroeder. Oh my goodness, Sacramento's going to look ugly tonight if these guys don't play. Murray and Johnson are probable. Lakers and Portland, it's James, Kleber, Tiro, Vincent out. DeAndre Ayton is questionable there. And on Portland side, Scoot still out. Thibault, Wesley out. Sharp probable. Miami and the Clips, we got Hero, Rozier out. Jakusunis doubtful. Powell questionable. Miller and Sanders out there for LA Clippers. Yeah, I like Portland, as I said earlier. Portland 2-1 at home, averaging 116 points per 100 possessions. But I just think it's a spot play. I'm going to take the Portland again with rest advantage. That's where they've thrived in rest advantage spots with big wins. To look at the Clippers at home, it's a back-to-back here for Miami. They have not looked good on Miami on the road. 1-3, averaging 114 points per 100 possessions. Clippers, man, they have just shot the ball very well here at home. 55%, 43% from 3. Holding teams at 41% overall. It is rest advantage for the Clips in this spot. The problem with the Miami Heat on the road, too many turnovers. Hero, their point guard's out. They feel it on the road because they're turning the ball over too many times. All right. Yeah, we'll see if Norman Powell plays tonight. That's right. They did send him out last game, but we'll see if he comes in. But still, I will still look here at the Clippers in that spot. All right. Let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we continue on. I will move on over to college basketball. As I said earlier, just give us what you got. There's a ton of games. There's not going to be blocks here until we get into January. So college basketball, Rod, give us what you got.
All right, let's just start at the bottom, work my way up. First game we're looking at. Give me Northern Arizona plus the 9 versus Drake. I don't trust Drake here in the spot. We land 9. Just too many. I'll take give me Northern Arizona and the Lumberjacks there plus the 9. It's just too many points. Who else we got here? Not a fan of this early slate of early action. Been rolling. Let's see, moving on up. There's a lot today, so absorb because there's lots rolling along. You know what? Wolford's going to have an awful year. I like George Mason here at home. 14 and a half. I think it's on the way up. This was at 12 and a half. It went to 13 and a half, and it's well on the way going up for good reason. Wolford's taking a huge step back this season. Lost a lot of their starters. They're going to lose by 20 plus. George Mason runs them right off the court there. Another one I'm looking at. Look, this Arizona, Florida. The big game. Everybody's looking at that one there tonight. Florida, that's come down, so some money's coming in on Arizona. It's plus 2.5 now. No Caleb Love rolling for Arizona. Don't forget that. He was the man in Arizona last year, and he's not there this season. Florida dealing with some guys that have turned over, but hey, the big pickup was the guy for Princeton. So big ad for Florida there. They definitely got that same scoring punch. I think that turns into a track meet. Give me the over 163.5. I think it opened 159 and continued to rise. I think we get into the 170s in that one. In the big game tonight, where else we got? A couple more. Man, there's so much going on today. So many games rolling. I'm just scrolling down the card to see the ones that pop out to me. I've got a few in already. I think I got 7 or 8 premiums in already, and I'm not done. John alluded to, there's so many on this card that, hey, we're still going to add more. Like I said, more of the later games are tonight that I really like. Tonight's card is absolutely stacked. Give me the over Alabama taking on North Dakota. We know that Nate Oates and company, they just love to score, run up and down. That total's on the move. I think we easily get into the 170s. Alabama doing the bulk of the heavy lifting there. I don't know if I want to lay 33 with it, but I'm going to take the over 169 in that one. Another one, I like Illinois, Chicago here. Detroit Mercy. Normally, solid team as a jog. You get 9. I think Illinois, Chicago is the better squad. I think they double digit the Titans. And that one, lay the 9. Another one I'm looking at is give me Hofstra plus the 11. UC taking on UCF here. I think that's just a case of too many points. I know Hofstra's got some turnover, but just plug and play with this Hofstra squad. Next man up, I think 11. Too many points. Another one I like Southeastern Missouri State plus the 19 against St. Louis. St. Louis we've seen a few times. They've won some games but not blowing teams out. And Cebu is not a bad team to cover the 19 there. Hey, you look at TCU, laying 20.5. Lay 20.5. The New Orleans Privateers are not that good this season. There's a reason they're laying 20.5 there. I think TCU runs them right off the court. Another one I like here. Give me Lehigh team total under in the first half. I think Houston, number 2 ranked in the country to start the year. Their defense, it will be solid. Lehigh's going to be real hard pressed to score. You see the total 136. That Houston defense in that first half just clamps down. Give me the under team total with Lehigh. ULM taking on the Huskies. I like the Huskies by 10 plus. I'll lay. Oh, just as I say that, it was at 5. It's now clicked up 6.5. All of a sudden, a 1.5 move on Northern Illinois over ULM. I think it's a 10 plus point win there. And then, disrespected Tarleton State. I'll take Tarleton plus the 21 against SMU. If I get burned by SMU pounding Tarleton State, well, then so be it. But I think that's just a disrespect to Tarleton State there. They're always a solid basketball squad. At 21, I'll take Tarleton State plus the 21 there. Lipscomb taking on Vandy. This wasn't 24 up to 25.5. Vandy has got a solid squad, just like football. They're going to roll Lipscomb there in that one. I'll take Vandy by 30 plus in that matchup. And then whiskey. We're not drinking whiskey early, that's for sure. We'll take the Campbells plus the 21. Wisconsin taking a step back. I don't think they're as good and shouldn't be laying 21 in their home opener there in that one. Nope, don't do it. Don't lay it. No drinking whiskey here on Monday to start the week. Definitely not a good look. Another one I like here, big dog. You got Mercyhurst. Give me the Lakers plus the 25 going into Northwestern. That's just too many points there as well. Another one I like. This has come down. I like Jacksonville taking on Miami here. It's plus 18. I'll take it. Miami was awful last season, and laying 18 to start the year. What the heck? That's just way too many for the Miami U to be laying. It wasn't 21, so we've seen some money come in on Jacksonville. Give me the Dolphins plus the 18. Another one I like here. I like give me Hampton plus the 6 over Milwaukee. Just too many. This Hampton squad, solid basketball team this season. Watch out for them making some noise. There's another one here. Give me Loyola Chicago here at home against Cleveland State. I know it's a big number, but they'll be having a big ceremony in Loyola for Sister Jean and company. And hey, it's just one of those things. God, rest in peace, Sister Jean. But it's just one of those. It's a spot that Loyola Chicago comes out and plays. Win one for Sister Jean, as they say. I think it's a 20-point win for Loyola in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here. Man, we could. And I'm only halfway through the card. I like Cal Poly here against USC. Too many points. USC laying 24. Cal Poly can score some points and hang in that one. I'll take Cal Poly plus the 24. Hey, we know Purdue Fort Wayne, solid squad. Give me 14 there. I'll take it against Grand Canyon. Too many points in that matchup. And man, here's the big one. Another big one tonight. BYU hosting Villanova. That thing was a 8 up to 9 now. I'd have to lean to Villanova plus the 9 as the dog in that matchup. And then, man, you got Cal State Bakersfield taking on Cal. Cal laying 14.5 for a reason. I don't know how much of that interference from the assistant coach at Bakersfield going to affect this game here and this one. Because trafficking people is not a good thing. So I'll take Cal. I think there was a little bit of distraction with the Roadrunners in the offseason there for Bakersfield. So I think Cal runs it right out of the gym there in that one. And then one more late night spot. You know what? This Eastern Washington squad, they're taking a huge step back. Nick Cronin and company, UCLA, laying 29.5, right?
Woo.
Yeah. I'll lay it. Give me UCLA. We don't have Nick Cronin coming. They love to run it up. And that's what they do there. UCLA wins by 30 plus over a bad Eastern Washington squad.
Yeah, they crushed cupcakes last year. They had a lot of cupcakes on their schedule last year. UCLA. They ran it up. Anything from you, Chris?
Yeah, just a couple. Not nearly as excited as Rod about all this. And I'll keep it short. It's probably going to be underwhelming on my segment here. I got 3.5 right now, plus 3.5 with Arizona at the moment in one of my books. So I'm going to take that there against Florida. I think everybody in the world is going to be on Florida. There. Also fading my Rebels going southeastern Louisiana at what number do I have them at here? I think 22.5 potentially. I think they can stay within that. I do like the over in the Bama North Dakota in that one, and then I'm taking Texas A&M to lay it big there against Northwestern State, and probably the under in that one as well. And that'll be what I cover. I do have a premium. It's not from the SEC, so there's a shocker, but I do have a premium in college basketball today. So
not an SEC there from Chris. We move right on over to Sean.
All right, I'm going to put a couple of. I'm going to try to keep them not go too crazy with free picks in the chat by having like 40 a day because I have like probably that up on the sites. So I got 5 for you here, and with the exception of the Siena's last one because I missed it. It was 8. It's gone up now, but Youngstown plus 14.5, Campbell 21.5, Southeast Missouri 18.5, Bethune-Cookman 25.5, Siena minus 9. There you go. Those are mine. And these are all on the site with the exception of the Siena one. I got a bunch of games up. We already cashed already. Queens under. Winner.
Yeah.
We got that under 163. We'll take it right out. Nice 1-0 to start. Last year, the free pick, 71-57 on college basketball, plus 1,400 right here at the end of the show. So hopefully we'll keep that going. And I don't know. We'll see how the year goes here with college basketball.
There we go from Sean. I know we have a lot of new starters there at Xavier, Richard Bertino there, but I'm still going to go ahead and take Xavier in this spot against Marist. I think it's size and strength too much here for the Xavier team against Marist, a team for the Metro Atlantic Conference, teams that we love to watch on Fridays, but you only take Marist on Fridays or Sundays. I'm not taking them on a Monday. They're not used to playing on Mondays. That's a team. I'm just joking there, but during conference play, these are the teams that you see all the time on the Friday cards. But yeah, I'm gonna look at them here in this spot, this Xavier team to get it done here with Richard Pitino. We do have some returning starters from Marist, but that's not gonna sway me away here. This Marist team was 11-18 last year, and I'll look at them here, and they closed the season finishing going 0-5 the spread, 1-4 I should say, finishing the season. So I'll look at Xavier there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Going to look here at the hockey for tonight. Rod, Penguins, Maple Leafs here. We got Maple Leafs $1.68, total 6.5. Vancouver at Nashville. Nashville $1.16, total 5.5. Oilers and Blues. It'll be the Oilers here, $1.38 on the road, total 6. Blackhawks and Kraken. Kraken laying $1.50, total 6 over to Rod.
Yeah, but Seattle's still perfect at home, so give me the Kraken at home in that one. Kraken is Seattle 5-0 to the puck line. Played some pretty good hockey. You look, the Chicago squad on the road 2-2-2, so coin flip price. They've been pretty good at covering puck lines, but that's a juice puck line there. I'll lay it with Seattle. I don't mind laying a little bit of the juice there with the Kraken. They are the better team in that one. Give me the over between the Penguins and the Leafs. 6.5, telling you all you need to know there. I think both teams can score plenty of offense to get us up and over this total. Leafs 8-2 to the over in their last 10. Penguins definitely been lighting the lamp to start the year. 8-3-2 to start the year have been this Penguin squad. So good start for the Penguins. Usually they've been dumpster fires to start the year. But give me the over 6.5 there. And then Vancouver, Nashville. Not loving that game. Vancouver on the road is a coin flip price at best. Nashville at home, same thing. So this is a coin flip game. I'll take the under 5.5. I think it's a low scoring one. First to 2 wins that one. Give me the under 5.5. It's at 5.5 for a reason. You don't see a whole lot of 5.5s anymore in hockey. Usually it's 6.5. So at 5.5, book's telling you all you need to know. Give me the under 5.5 there, Vancouver. Nashville. Yeah,
from Rod. I'm going to take a wild guess here that Sean doesn't have anything in hockey today.
Hockey.
There you go. Got 100+ games in college basketball. He's hard at work in college hoops. All right, we got you through.
Although, you know what? Hold on a second.
All right, hold on a second. I was wrong.
Hold the horses here.
Oh,
Seattle Kraken. They had 10 shots in regulation the other day, right? Against in overtime. Rod, right? Can you verify their 13-shot overall performance their last game?
Let's see. Against the Rangers, right? Last time? They had a total of check for you. They did 13 shots, 1 in overtime. And they still pushed it to with the Rangers.
I look at a game like that, and I said this, and I was talking to a couple other cats in front of them. I said, this is how I come in with limited hockey. Because my handicap on this is you take 10 shots in a freaking game. That's embarrassing. The coach is going to be like, are you guys, what do you expect to win every game 1-0? Who are you guys? Like the 78 Oilers or Islanders or whoever the hell, like, how are you supposed to win a game with 10 shots on goal, right? So I think this is a spot for them to bounce back again. 150. Oosh, boy, this is the top of my window here to put out a play at. But give me the Kraken here for the show. Give me the Kraken.
Take him in regulation, Sean. You'll knock a little bit of that 150 off. If you take him to win in 60 minutes,
there you go.
Drop right down.
From the real pro in hockey. Says go regulation. See, that's
regulation. No overtime you needed in this one. Kraken will get the job done here against the Blackhawks.
Because I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just have to do this on the puck line and end up winning like 3-2 or something, and end up
get burned on the puck line. Nope. If your book offers you that 60-minute game, take it. Take the it's kind of like the 3-way they call it as well. If you're not familiar with that, your book will say 3-way. That's the same as the 60-minute betting. To those that are unfamiliar with the 60-minute method. 3-way is the way you want to go there.
There you go. I think Cookie's referring to shots on goal there, not hits. I don't know. Not hits.
Shots on goal. I said, didn't I say shots on goal?
I didn't remember. I just remember shots. I didn't hear the on goal. Maybe you blurted it. But
that's what the Kraken were doing. They were doing shots. They were like shots. We're doing shots. All right.
Rod, are the Mammoth a hot start and fade? What's your thought on the Mammoth?
I like the Mammoth. You got to remember we know that this they used to be the Coyotes.
Yeah.
And just they're still at home. Pretty good. It's the elevation. They get a huge advantage when teams have to come into Utah to take on the Mammoth. That elevation is for real. People don't realize it until you get there, and you realize that you're up at high elevation. You start playing, you get into that third period, and you're like, you find players gasping for air, going, man, I didn't know this air was that bad up here.
Some of them get a piece of it when you just walk off the plane, walking down the steps. You start to feel it, right?
You start to feel it. Oh yeah, big time. Soon
Yeah,
it's the change in atmospheric pressure is for real.
Have we had those spots yet where we've had teams on back-to-backs in Denver and Utah that we haven't had that yet? Because that's like the killer one in the NBA.
I haven't seen one yet, Tony.
All
But
right.
wait till you do. You have to go into Colorado and then into Utah. I've seen Colorado do it.
Minus 105 on that 3-way there.
Minus 105, right? Yeah. See, half decent price.
That's what I did.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to get those problems.
But I like the Mammoth. Mammoth make the playoffs. Watch out.
Wow.
Pretty solid squad. Yes. This isn't a fluke that they're off to this hot start. They have that much of a good organization there. They just kept building and building and building. And ever since they announced that they put out their mascot, they've been absolutely even more lights out since they put their
there was a couple ugly ones there too. Some bad ones. They picked the good one.
They picked a good one. I still think they should have got. We should have seen the big Mammoth. It should look like Snuffleupagus. From Sesame Street, right? The Snuffleupagus Mammoth.
Well, goodness, I was disappointed with the Toronto WNBA mascot. Now I forgot the name of their nickname. I wanted the Blue Ballers, but they didn't go that way. I forgot the name. They didn't go with Blue Ballers. They went with, I forgot the name. Was it Toronto? What's the name of the Toronto WNBA team? Toronto WNBA team. They announced their nickname.
Tempo.
Losers.
Tempo. Oh yeah, it was a horrible one. Tempo. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah. Why do you call yourself the Tempo? Toronto Tempo? Come on. That sounds like a Ford Tempo. They're going to play like a Ford Tempo.
They might be.
You got the Mercury, you got the Tempo.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, we're doing car names, old school car names. Nice. Watch out. God. Here comes the Pinto next.
I got the Ford Escort. We had the Escort.
That's another good name for the girls, the Escorts.
Toronto Escort, right? They got the
Come on. How can you,
I would go with the Vegas. Well, they went the Aces. I would go with the Vegas Escorts, Jersey Escorts. There you go. I'm having to go too well. All right, now it's time for our parlay picks referral segment. Our cappers give it a parlay, player future, game of the future, player props, you name it. They'll give it to you. We'll start with Rob.
All right, let's we'll take the over in the Pittsburgh Toronto game. We'll take the Seattle Kraken on the money line, and we're gonna throw in the over Florida and Arizona college basketball.
There we go with Rob. We move on over to Chris.
I will be putting the player props in the comments here, so be looking for that because I don't want anybody to have to remember them, but offhand. But we'll go 3-team first off with the Pistons at -4.5, Portland -3.5, and Arizona in college basketball +3.5 there for your teamer. I'm gonna need help with this, Rod, on your lamp lighter, whatever they're called. Goal scorer Leon Draisaitl. Okay, yeah, give him for anytime goal there. St. Louis is apparently allowing a lot of goals to that position. And then first touchdown scorer, we're going to go Jake Ferguson for the Cowboys there. Plus, I've got him, should be +800, +850. Jake Ferguson to get in there first.
And there we go with Chris. On over to Sean.
I gave you a bunch of the college basketball already. Youngstown plus 14.5, Campbell plus 21.5, Southeast Mizzou plus 18.5, Cookman plus 25.5, Siena -9, and we're adding in a hockey bonus play here. We are 1-0 in our ice free picks here in the video, plus $100. We had an ice winner. We're going Kraken regulation -105. There you go.
There you go. You got to see it, screenshot it, you got it. Screenshot it, guys. Give you enough time to screenshot it. There you go. All right. Got it there from Sean. Ones I like today. I'm going to go here with over in Tebow's Nets. Give me the Wizards plus, and then give me the Clippers laying it there. All right. We got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Head into big action here in the card here for tonight. Monday college football, NFL, NBA, NHL. It's that time of the year where we have all these sports overlapping. Here, guys, click the link in the description. That'll take you over to our site over at Tony's Picks. That's where you'll find our best bets, our premium plays. We just gave you our free plays, but our best bets are over there with leaderboards showcasing top performances from all of our cappers. We'll take a look and see what Rod has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod, in 2025, numbers have been phenomenal here as we start college basketball. Start of the year last year from January through March Madness was absolutely on fire in college hoops. What do you got for sale, Rod?
Not for me over at Tony's Picks here today. I've got college basketball, some more college basketball. I've got one play in the NFL, one play in the NHL, and one play in the NBA. I just have to put them up in a package for you here. I haven't been able to put them all in the package. I'm still putting plays in college basketball wise, but your best way to go is grab that college basketball season pass. I've dropped that price. You see what we've made. We made over 4,000 plus 4,000 units if you include the start of college basketball last year in 2024 as well. You're up over 4,000 units in college basketball to last season. So grab that college basketball season pass at $4.99. You can't go wrong with that. We almost 10 times your money with that pass last year, and I've got 7 plays in there already, I believe, college basketball wise. For you to scoop up, and I'll be putting in probably at least another 5 or 6 more. So definitely jump aboard. Long term is the way to go. It's that time of year. We have so many sports overlapping. So instead of buying all these packages and plays individually, grab that long-term pass. Because, hey, when you're aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks, you also get that late steam play. Find something late. I throw that in there 10 minutes to 2 hours before tip-off. You get that email directly to you. And then we have props rolling here at Tony's Picks as well. So any prop plays are included in all long-term subscriptions. So jump aboard with me over at Tony's Picks. Let's have another big college basketball season.
Big season from Rod. Get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. These records are based on $100 unit wager size. All right, let's see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks. See what Chris has got rolling on for today. Chris has been hot here in college football. What do you got, Chris?
I got you a couple plays today. Kept it light in college basketball. For me, it's not in the SEC, so it's another team that I will be watching this season, excited about. So yeah, I've got a best bet in college basketball and one in the Monday Night Football game as well. So hop on there. Didn't get anything in NBA today. Just didn't get the lines last night, but I will have that as we continue. I will have more in college basketball. Just starting out light here with one today. But we will be putting some more out there for that. More in college football. Been doing really well in that. So I will continue to ride that. NBA, all that stuff that I covered. 2-for-1 capper. You guys see who's hot. You see who's on the leaderboard. Pair them up. Let them go to work for you. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save you the 15%. And then, hop on some of the long-term, short-term. We get a lot of late steam during this time with everything. Lines are changing and stuff's happening. So hop on something there with me, and let's just try to continue to do well through the rest of the year.
That's right. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. You can see his one-day passes up there. Best bets. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. Amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's see what Sean's got rolling over at Tony's Picks for today. Sean, what's the unit leaders over at Tony's Picks? 3,553 units of profit. What's for sale, Sean?
Got my butt kicked this weekend. It happens. Well, what I'm gonna do. Lost a little bit there off the leaderboard. It's all right. We got college basketball. Here we go. Had a nice season last year. Already 1-0 with that under. Look at that. Already undefeated. I should delete all my picks and end the year 100%. But that's not the case because I think I have about a dozen games rolling up with college hoops today. I'm going to start moving on in tomorrow. I could sit here. I'm watching the board, and, boy, I'm getting like itchy trigger fingers, and you come in here with a lot of action on days like this because you're excited, right? I get it, folks. Listen, you're pumped up. whether you're a baseball fan or a basketball fan, football, whatever, those first days you just want to jump into everything. You think you got to read on everything. I know the feeling. You see, I fired a lot. And let's be honest, we get hurt today. Boy, I'm off the leaderboard in 2 days after being up here the entire for 10 months. But that's the life we choose here. So I got a lot of basketball, like Rob was saying. You want to get on a monthly, yearly pass with basketball, college hoops guys. Me and Rod had nice seasons last year. You want to pair me up with the hockey and NBA guys? I get it, but there you go. What am I gonna say? Let's get on it. I'm starting moving on to tomorrow's games of college basketball because I don't want to end up putting up 47 games today on game one here with the openers here. So I'm gonna start moving on to tomorrow's college basketball and NFL. College football. The MACtion returns along with our other conferences here, midweek football. So I got to start getting on that. Here we go. We got MACtion and who's that? Conference USA stuff on Thursday, Fridays.
No, like I said, we know Conference USA better than any other conference now. When they play them during the week, we get to know these teams very well. Get on board with Sean. You got more time for that 7-day pass. That's up there. A lot of college hoops from Sean. You know that. A lot of volume. He likes to put in those NFL games early, so that's also part of it. A lot of these NFL football games that you see up there will not be in packages if there's significant line movement. So if you like to bet early, and what book doesn't take these days? Legal books take early action. You could get your game plays in early. And our brother Sean over at Tony's Picks. Use our promo code Tony T at checkout.
Lines are up.
Yeah, the lines are up. They're up. They put them up. The early lines up all the time. So
you might be able to find a game for next week. You might be able to get the Steelers as a home dog versus the Bengals next week if you look. I'm just saying. I mean, some places are behind. The Bengals are a 1.5-point favorite next week over Pittsburgh. So
that's crazy.
That's the funkiest line of the week, man. Funky.
Yeah, that's a little wild there. Yep. So get on board there. You're Sean over at Tony's Picks. Promo code Tony T. Checkout will knock off that 15% off. And get on board and match them up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Got a best bet on the board for you right now. Get on board with me and match me up with your favorite capper over at Tony's Picks. All right, guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It is the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Of course, you guys can always check out our YouTube channel for more content up there. We got lots of content brewing over on the YouTube. Just head on over there, hit Tony's Picks there, and you'll be able to check that out. Here. Let's see here. We've got lots of content here up on the channel. Let me get to it for you guys so you can take a look and see what we got going on over on the YouTube channel. Of course, our live show, if you ever want to see it, just hit on Tony's Picks, hit the live tab. You'll be able to find it over on our channel. Lots of great content there on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Also, our compilation videos are up there for you as well. You can check that out up on the channel with a lot of content there from the NBA, NFL up there. We have these by playlists. So we've got the props up there for you right now, as well as NFL content, football, and more way up there here on the Tony Juice channel. Check it out there. Individual videos as well. Ready to roll here. Morning steam up. I'm sorry, we got the Jacksonville game there yesterday in the playlist. Playlists are up there for you as well. Live shows, when you hit the live tab, we've got the plays here from me. Night Moves with Ramon. We had Ramon yesterday there with our man DeAndre. Of course, we can watch a replay of our morning show. Of course, Rod here with the happy hour Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You see Ron Crawford, Steve Bryan. There's some of our morning crew shows up in that show as well. So check it out there on our YouTube channel. Lots of great content, if you would. Of course, Rod, you've got that ready to roll here with that the happy hour here at 5 Eastern.
Yeah, definitely tune in to the happy hour. Got you covered there. It's kind of like happy hour / 2-3 zone because these NBA lines, man, they've been coming out late, and later. So it's really tough to shoot something overnight. It's tough. Yeah, these NBA, it's pretty much almost going to need to do it in the morning. And it's to get you a video that with a proper line. The Miami line last night, just for example, it was 4.5 when that thing opened up, and look where it skyrocketed to. How can I give you a video or a play on that overnight when the line goes?
Yeah, I would say the 2-3 zone comes back for the playoffs. Probably in the playoffs we'll have it.
Yeah, exactly. When we're done some of these doubleheaders and that type of thing, I've been looking at maybe taking the 2-3 zone, making it like a college basketball. But me being the only college basketball, it'd be me talking to myself. So I reached out to a couple other people. Nobody wanted to join me. So Your best bet, tune in the happy hour. We'll have you covered on all the latest action. The NBA, you have the injury news, latest news there. So definitely tune in the happy hour show. We cover the whole slate. Tune in 5 p.m. Eastern for the happy hour.
As well. All right. Yeah. Let everybody know what you got in the works here, Chris, over on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I took a couple days off there. I think I'm more sad that the home run hit list is over than the Blue Jays losing there. Yeah, so we got the hit list in the works there. Going to have some lamp lighters, some anytime touchdowns, maybe some first goal scorers or first baskets for the NBA, maybe 3-pointers. I'll find you guys some NBA props on that. We got that in the works. Just took a couple of days off. I think I got 312 videos this past season from the hit list. So needed a couple days. There was a little bit in the morning that I didn't have a day to wake up and find home runs. It was kind of sad, but I'm over that now. We're ready to make some money some other ways. I've been doing pretty good in hockey, according to I keep up with Rod, and he lets me know, on certain names, and then we of course stay in contact about who hit and things like that. So I'm trying to learn hockey, trying to get some skates here. Maybe by next season I'll be covering it, but right now you guys will get goal scorers. I'm trying to work hard on that and give you guys the best looks and leans like we did for home runs, and just keep putting the best content out for you guys.
Well, good. And of course, Sean got you here on the mornings.
Morning, but I'll hop in with Rod now. We got some college hoops, so I'll pop on with the afternoon guys there, since they're going to be more NBA and hockey. I'll come in and throw out some stuff here during the week, since we have some nice basketball. As much as I love big days like this, it's like exciting, but it's totally overwhelming. Thank goodness tomorrow there's a normal amount of games you could kind of, get a little better grasp on.
Yeah, I love overwhelming. It's overwhelming. You lose sleep. It's great. You get overloaded. Your brain's going, oh my God, look at all this information. You try not to lose stuff out the ear because you're trying to take it all in.
I like to. Some days I like to.
And we have tomorrow. We have the wall to wall, right? With that, what's it called? The Great 68 or something. All night, college basketball tomorrow. I think we have that tomorrow. Where they scheduled, right? It's kind of a lucky way to roll there. Now I'm going to respond here to the Southpaw. Yeah, I'm just going to put the final words on the World Series. And yesterday I was so emotional after I just kind of sat down and just kind of gave you my thoughts on it, just to put a closure to it. And the way I looked at it here, these series, these are best of 7. It is a relatively small sample. And what I kind of look at it is I don't really take into account how you won. I think when you look at a short series, look at how you did during your losses, right? And that's kind of the way I looked at it. How did Toronto do when they lost the games? Because that's kind of how I looked at it. Toronto lost 3 straight at home. Toronto, in their 4 losses, scored a total of 11 runs in 47 innings. There were 11 extra inning games in those losses. 11 extra innings in those losses, where the Blue Jays scored a total of 0 runs. That's 0 runs in 11 extra innings. That game 3 was a critical game there, where they could not score. Yamamoto only pitched 2 innings in that, and they went up against Klein. They went against 9 relievers in that extra innings. They should have won that game. That's where they lost. It was game 3. That game should have been won by Toronto there, because all of their stuff. Yamamoto was out of that game. 47 innings. They equaled 5.2 games. Toronto averaged 2.1 runs per 9 innings in their 4 losses. So that's really what it came down to. Is in those short series, you cannot look at the wins because you're going to have inflated numbers. It's a small sample. Look at the losses. They screwed up in those. The way they lost the game, they really screwed up. They didn't score. We can hear about Yamamoto. Yeah, he was good, but he wasn't there all the time. As a matter of fact, Yamamoto didn't come in that game 7 until the 9th inning, right? And you had a 3-0 lead and could not increase the lead. You allowed the Dodgers to continue to chip away at it. You had Wroblewski on the mound. He was hittable. You could have hit Wroblewski. Ohtani wasn't great, and they had their opportunities to pad the lead. And when you're in a game 7 situation, you got to pad the lead. The Dodgers, they made the most of their hits. Yeah, they only hit 203, but 3 homers in game 7. You got the home run. Yeah, you get the fluky home run. You're going to have that guy coming out of nowhere hit the home run, right? You got the home run there from I'm already so many sports. I'm already
talking about the Toronto guy, Bo Bichette.
No, but I'm talking about the Dodger guy.
Oh, no, Miguel Rojas.
You got the home run for Rojas. You got the home run from Muncy. You got the home run from Will Smith. So 3 of the Dodgers, the runs are 2 sacrifice flies, right? Brought in runs. Yeah. So that was the situation there. But to me, when you look at series, look at the losses. Don't take account the wins. So in the Toronto losses, 4 losses in the series, 11 runs in those 4 losses. They played 47 innings. They couldn't score a single run in their 11 extra innings. 2 games that went extras, could not score 1 run. And you were going up against a scrap heap guy. Klein went 4 innings in game 3. You should have got something on him. So there was no doubt about it. I think the way I think you look at small series, I learned something here in this exercise is how to evaluate these playoff series when they're best of 5, best of 7, right? Because you got to really look at the losses. Because you lose 4 games, you could win 3 games 11-4, 12-0, 13-0. But when you only average 2.1 runs per 9 innings in those losses, that's really what you have to look at. How bad you played in those losses, right? First team to lose 4 is out of the playoffs, and I think that's what Toronto did. They squandered a lot of opportunities in those losses. They were really bad. I think they were held to 1 run in one of them, and could not pad a 3-0 lead in that game. So it really came down to Toronto not taking advantage of it. Had situations with game 3 to me was a huge one there. Yeah. Game 7 did not have any physical. Yeah, I think again they should have been able to pad their lead. That's how I look at it. You're up 3-0. You didn't see Yamamoto until the 9th inning, and Snell wasn't sharp. All you needed was a sacrifice fly in some situations to get it done. I know it was just again, the Kirk may not have been the right guy. He's a double play guy. The ball moves, broke his bat. It kind of played perfectly for the Dodgers the way it ended there. The Pajes situation was crazy. Miguel Rojas with that throw home. I know people are giving issues with I forgot who it was who was scoring from home. The lead was you can't lead off too much from third base because a line drive to third and you doubled up. So that's why you didn't have a big lead there. So people are saying, well, lead should have been bigger. No, not with less than 2 outs because you don't want to be doubled up at third.
My problem is you don't fucking slide feet first.
Yeah,
it's play at the plate. When you're trying to play at the plate, it's a force at the plate. It's just like running to first. You're running through that bag and you're giving it all. You don't fucking slide, you dumbass. Sorry, it's the Blue Jays lost this series because of their dumbass base running plays. Stupid, simple plays. How many times did they had the guy throwing up, trying to steal third, trying to get that extra bag to get over to the third? They throw him out from the outfield plenty of times. But they lost it themselves, I'm telling you. In that bottom of the 9th, you don't slide. You see how much that slowed him up. Getting to the plate. He runs right through the plate like you're supposed to, like you would do if you're heading to first to try to beat the tag. That's exactly how you're supposed to run home. What Connor Falefa was doing there. On the lead, exactly. You can't get off the bag too much because there was only 1 out at that time. You don't want to get doubled off. So yeah, that's why he was hugging the bag. But you don't slide feet first. That slows you down.
And that was proven. Remember that guy? You remember Sports Science? Remember that old show back in the day, Sports Science? You guys remember that one? Sports Science proved that theory that you're better off running through. Do you ever see people slide at first base? No, they keep running, right? The only reason you slide, there's only one reason to slide, and that's so you don't overrun the base. That's the only reason to slide. When you touch home, who cares how far you run, right? You should never slide at home. You should continue to run, and they don't even let these guys block the plate anymore. So you should really be able to run through. They don't want those collisions anymore at home plate. So you should be able to just run through home, not slide. The only reason you slide is so you don't you should never slide at home. You should never run at first. Correct. I get sliding at second. I get sliding at third because you don't want to. These guys are smart, right? You overrun the base, these guys can tag you, right? They do that, and you see that in college baseball a lot, where you get tagged when you overrun the base, right? That happens. But that's the only reason to slide. You should only slide in the second and third, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Connor Falefa had any business being in that game anyway, unless Bo Bichette was just dying or something. There's no reason absolutely to take him out of the game. He just hit you a home run. He's the best. He's one of the best hitters in all of baseball. He had no business coming out of that game. and Kirk just, I mean, man, that little guy, he'd been clutch all year, so you look at that and you get into a clutch situation in the biggest clutch moment of your entire career and you blow it. Toronto lost that from the top to the bottom. They lost it from the manager and decisions there, base running. They lost it. They should have never went to 11. It should have ended in the 9th. They should have walked away a champion, but I mean, it hurt, but I mean, it is what it is. The Dodgers capitalized on moments, and there were some decisions that were made that should have never been made, and that's what cost them. And I wasn't here yesterday to give my opinion on it, but I've been on that, and that's exactly what I looked at it after it was over with. Was You don't put Connor Falefa, who used to be with the Pirates, who sucked there. He sucks here. You take him out for Bo Bichette, who's one of the best players on the Toronto Blue Jays. Like, what are you doing? So it was just a massive, from the top to the bottom decision there, just loss. And it sucked. But, yeah, I mean, you can't blame the Dodgers for capitalizing on mistakes and opportunities.
Yeah. And
I blame the third base guy that should have gone up to Connor Falefa and said, hey, when he hits it and it makes contact, you're going to run. And you're going to run right through home, not slide. You need to pump your guy up, get him going, and be like, hey, Connor, this is what you're going to do when the ball goes. Do it.
Science proved it. Science proved it. It's better to run throughout and not slide. You know, that's what you're supposed to do now. They make it easier now without blocking home plate. So there you go there. And we talked about that there. And also going back to game 3 is Toronto went with a spring training lineup in that game 3 in extra innings. He was taking Kirk out. He was taking all his hitters out, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, because he was trying to get aggressive. He got a little too aggressive when he should have hung back a little bit, kept some of those guys in. And then you would have had them their bats, because we've seen it and hit the extras, and those guys were clutch hitting. Not at all. You put some guy in to run, he wasn't a hitter, and it's like, oh my goodness, this guy's swinging at a beach ball, and he can't even hit it. It was like, ugh. And as you alluded to, 0 runs in any extra innings. So we've seen the extra innings and just never got there. So it is what it is. We got to the extra innings, and again, the bats just didn't come on. We didn't get that one guy to smash it to walk it off.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts there, Sean, on the World Series? You're on mute there, Sean.
The Dodgers took advantage of the mistakes, bro. I mean, Toronto had it every step of the way. I mean, but I'm not a Dave Roberts fan. What am I gonna say here? The Dodgers had a $4 trillion payroll. I thought they'd win that in 6. It ended up going 7. Are we shocked they won? No, but there was like ample opportunity for Toronto to have pulled that out.
Watch out for Toronto next year.
If you're a Toronto fan, it's definitely because you're like, what the heck just happened here? Because it was right there, and then we got to give credit to the Dodgers for scoring in the 8th and the 9th to force extra innings. You know, that was why I thought the Dodgers would win, because the bullpen of Toronto was the weakest link of all the links. Right, that would be if you were to put them down and be like, all right, the bullpen might be a problem. It showed its face at the worst possible time.
Yeah, I think they were fortunate that Scherzer only has given up 1 earned run because he was throwing meatballs up there and the Dodgers weren't hitting it.
Yeah, again, but I think we've also and I get on the Dodgers last 2 years. Right? Do I think Dodgers are overrated? And I'll keep saying they're an overrated back-to-back champion team because they didn't sniff their 105 wins. Nothing like that. They had bad streaks where they lost to bad teams. The lineup proved what it was. It's Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, and then maybe like Teoscar, Will Smith gets hot. It's an old team. They got some problems going into the postseason. And your pitching staff is a bunch of guys who throw 5 innings and get hurt half the year. Maybe Yamamoto's not, but if they're going to throw him maybe next year they let him go 7 innings every game or 8 innings like he should if he's doing well, instead of pulling him out in the 6th. Like maybe don't crush your bullpen all season long so these guys have arm problems, you know?
That's what they do in the Major League Baseball. They bring up these guys and crush their arm. Oh, there's another hard thrower behind them, you know?
Yeah.
That's what the agents have been pissed off
about.
There's
no next year. Ask the Orioles how next year's going. The Orioles have been playing for next year for the last 5 years with that team. They won't sniff a postseason.
Oh, man. Hoffman took it on his shoulder there. But, again, there's a lot that went into that series, as we talked about. Also, too, the basics of the basics went away. When you got picked off in that game 6 from second, that double play ball with Kiki Hernandez throwing him out, this is anything that bothered me the most. It was that play. You know why? Because we've all played baseball. We all played softball. And what do you do when you're on second base? Is you look behind you at the defense, right?
Yes. It's just those silly base running errors. There's another one. You get doubled off. How many times? The Dodgers turn double plays that shouldn't have been double plays. Plenty of opportunities, which gives you another batting opportunity with guys in scoring position, and you just blew it. You can't do that. You got to take ample opportunity, and base running is basic. So
it's the basics of baseball. I mean, it's just looking behind your shoulder, and also the third base coaches. You should be monitoring your players. All you do, you stand there at third base relaying signs. What you should be doing, looking at your players and make sure that if you don't see your guy on second base or your base runners looking at the defense, you better point it out to him. Hey, I didn't see you. Look at the defense back there. Look how shallow Kiki's playing.
Yeah. If he catches a line drive, he can toss you out. So don't be taking off to third yet. So simple base running errors that the base running coaches just should give you the little bit. Hey, don't forget to do this.
That's what you're there for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
In the dugout too, guys in the dugout, they should look at that. Guys in the dugout are also, hey, look how shallow he is. They always making signs of all you do is Schneider just staring like that. I mean, come on, you look like Chauncey Billups just staring like you haven't got enough sleep. David the old Chauncey Billups. That's all Chauncey Billups does. He does this and then he goes like this. That's all.
There were a couple there of Roberts though. I thought he was in a lounge chair. I was waiting for him to hit the recliner and be like way in the back because he was sitting he was comfy in that one little seat he had where he was sitting. He was like, this is pretty.
I gotta go, guys.
I like it.
All right, guys. Let's go, guys. That'll do it for the show, guys. Any closing thoughts from anybody?
I think that's it.
That's it.
It was a good baseball season. Shout out everybody that tuned in, covering all the baseballs because, hey, 162 games. It's a long season, and it wrapped up with, I'm going to say, arguably one of the best World Series I've watched in my lifetime.
143 days. 143 days till opening.
Yeah, that's a long season.
They're playing in March. They start in March of next year.
Yeah.
I saw that. Is the World Baseball Classic coming back against next year?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. that's why.
So we can start finishing in a different country again. Woo!
Yeah, that was crazy. The Dodgers started playing in March and finished in November. 9 months. When Rojas said that we were playing 9 months, we played in March and we played in November. That was crazy. But with a fun baseball season, exciting. Whether you like the Dodgers or not, I think it does draw some interest. Seeing people knock out the Giant. We'll see. It's like Andre the Giant, right? In the ring, hoping he gets pinned. That's what you're looking for. And so,
Mr. Southpaw, they're not. You must be young. I'm telling you, because I seen the Blue Jays win back-to-back World Series back in 93, in 92, 93. So,
oh yeah,
don't say they're cursed. They've won two.
They want to.
The Leafs may be cursed. That I agree with. The Leafs being cursed? Yes, they are.
Yeah. You're mistaken. You're mistaken the Blue Jays for the Montreal Expos. That's a curse.
Yeah,
that was a curse team.
You can't include the Jays in the curse of Game 7. It's just
Cito Gaston back in the day.
I wish Cito Gaston. He was there. I wish we should have had him managing the team instead.
Well, he should have been the coach. Remember back in the day when the 80-year-old guy used to be the bench coach. Remember back in the day, you need a cane to walk around. Remember, St. Louis had one, Shane Dist, and who was that guy for the Angels? Oh, going back years, yeah, they used to have the old guy, who was Phil Jackson's guy next to him. He was like another 80-year-old. What was the guy that was next to him? He used to have the white Yoda. He used to have a Yoda with him. Yeah, you need your Yoda. I think you need the older guys in there. You're right. You should have had Cito Gaston. Should have been a bench coach.
Yeah, should have been. Yeah. Why not? Like that veteran ability is someone who's been there, done that, and owns the T-shirt.
Yeah, what's Manley going to do? Yeah, you have. I would rather have that Cito Gaston Manley in the dugout. Yeah, right.
We did have Manley, but
the curse of Manley. That was a curse, right? The curse of Manley.
The curse of Manley. Yeah, exactly. That's like the Oilers and Corey Perry, right? It's like, yay! He's setting the record for making it to the cup, but not actually winning it. There you go. I never thought of that. Yet Don's got to go. Hey, Don, you got to go. Hey. The
curse of Don Manley. That's what came out there. They were interviewing him like he wants something. He was in all the talk shows on the off day. I said, "What the hell are you going on the talk shows acting like you've already won something?" Because they were.
That's all I heard. Yeah, he's gonna finally get one. Look at him. He's gonna finally win one. And I was like, "Oh my god, why are you cursing him?"
He cursed him. He cursed. Yeah. He was on Rich Eisen's show. He was in all these shows on the off day, and like, "Oh, you're finally gonna get there." And I said, "Oh, dude, what the hell did you take these bookings? You're gonna freaking curse the team." And he certainly did. The curse of Manley continues. All right. That's gonna do it for the show, guys. Gonna wave goodbye. Make it a good one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Six Morning Show.